probably not your size.
I'm a men's size 12. I have a feeling. Okay.
Well, I think that's as far as we're gonna go.
That's as good as I can do.
What's up, guys? Nikki Novak here for the Young Hollywood Network at South by Southwest with Chris Gethard.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Enjoying this early morning out by a dock.
Isn't it lovely?
It is. It's far prettier than the degradation and awfuls of humanity that I've seen all over 6th Street this week.
What's the worst thing that you've seen?
A pedicab driver going uphill while dressed as SpongeBob, begging the people in the back to allow him to stop pedaling while they said, no, you take us where we asked you to take us. I feel like being a pedicab driver during South by Southwest has to be like a court-ordered thing. That seems like a fate worse than death to me.
So you've taught at UCB for a long time. You've performed over 1,000 times or something on stage with
easily.
Amy Poehler. Teach me a little bit, like the first thing I need to know about improv.
The first thing you need to know about improv is chill the f*** out. That's the first thing, is just relax.
And I read, I think it was on your blog, something about you were looking for certain props for a show while you were in town.
Yes.
Hula hoops, Crisco,
yes.
A baby pool, safety goggles, and then you tweeted, where can I find a very large Yes.
We didn't find the we had to use a large sausage that was cooked.
And did you find all the rest of the props?
We did. We found all those things.
What were they used for?
I do a show in New York City that's a public access television show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show. I'm your host, Chris Gethard. We want to say hi to everybody watching on Manhattan Public Access.
Come take a ride.
So we did a whole event that involved all those different props, and it ended with about 50 people following my friend around while he marched with his sausage, and the people sang the words, "The human fish loves."
Wow.
I know that's crass to say, but it's the truth.
I think we should start a new hashtag on Twitter.
You should.
You used Twitter to book Diddy.
I basically was like, who's the person who's least likely to come do it? And it felt like Diddy. So I just put a video up and I said, you know, I just think it would be cool. I think it would show that the world can be a pretty surprising, interesting place if you came and did my show. And then it took us 13 months to find a date that worked because he's very busy. My schedule was open, but his was not. And he came and he did the show and it was bonkers. But
so
it was
what's
fun.
The craziest thing that happened with Did?
Right before the show, a couple hours, called me and was like, hey, do you have any TV screens or computer screens at your theater? And I was like, yeah, we have both those things. She was like, ah. I was like, why, what's up? And she's like, well, there's this thing where when Diddy looks at a TV screen, it breaks. And I was like, well, that's nuts. Why would you say that? And right before we went on, he and I were walking through the tech booth, and he was like, oh, that's funny. And then he walked away, and the sound was just off. It was like 30 seconds off, and he broke it with his mind, with the powers of his mind, and it was all true. And he's magical, and he's been very kind to me, and he's a magic human being, and I understand why he's successful, because he's made of magic.
Teach me some Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because I know you are a master. You're a blue belt?
I could put you in a chokehold if you just face that way. Right. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that awkward?
No.
Watch this. This is going to be horrible. I feel bad doing it, but you asked for it. Ready?
Yeah.
Just make a noise. Ready? That's bad, right? That was actually pretty impressive, right?
That actually was really scary.
Yeah. It's that quick. That's how quick it can happen.
So I also saw on your Twitter that you did some sort of a conversation with Judd Apatow or something.
An accidental conversation with Judd Apatow.
And you said it was fun and anxiety producing.
Yes, very much so. Well, my friend Pete Holmes asked me to do his live recording of his podcast, and then after he booked me, he also booked Judd Apatow, who the first thing he said was, oh, I just bought your book because I just wrote a book. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And that was very surprising. He said he thought the cover looked cool, so he picked it up.
Are you gonna like embrace and get like the cowboy boots happening while you're here and all that?
I'm leaving in a day and a half, so I don't know.
Well, you can borrow these.
I would wear those.
All right, try one.
What size are they?
They're probably not your size.
I'm a men's size 12.
Can I try on your hat?
Yeah, sure. I'm a men's size 12. I have a feeling. Okay.
Well, I think that's as far as we're gonna go.
That's as good as I can do.
I have 5 very pressing questions.
Okay.
That we need answered before you leave.
I'll do my best.
All right. What did you have for breakfast?
I have not eaten anything yet today.
Get the man a sausage. Is it okay, or have you ever used your peripheral vision at a urinal?
Just because you're using your peripheral vision doesn't mean you're spying on other people's genitalia.
True.
There's times where just for safety's sake, you need to, there's times where you're at a urinal and you feel a looming presence next to you and sense that it is a man with bad intentions.
What song do you sing out loud to in your car?
Oh, anything by the Smiths or Morrissey.
Who is your biggest celebrity crush?
Howard Stern. I just passed. I was walking down here to this dock. I got off the elevator. Howard Stern was getting on and I froze like a coward.
And what is the weirdest thing you ever ate?
In Queens where I live, there's a Chinatown in Flushing, and I went out there and I ate stomach lining. The flavor was sort of bland, but the texture was extraordinarily rubbery.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank
Chris.
you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being such a good sport and chatting with Young
please.
Hollywood.
Thanks for letting me do jiu-jitsu on you.
Anytime, but don't do it again.
Fair.